The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here, and it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
When I was watching film this week,
Motion man is Crowder. They go play action. Daniels. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Daniels looking to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles for the first time, and the man in charge at quarterback in his 5th year now, Jalen Hurts.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. He'll get that complete to Alberto. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
That's complete. It's Okurebunan. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Hurts. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. The numbers there for Brown from a week ago. 4 catches, 106 yardage-wise, and the score as well.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And it's caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a...
And he's in. Touchdown. Eagles. Saquon Barkley halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And, Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. The numbers for him from a week ago. 19 carries, 110 yards in the score.
Well, obviously he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he said in pregame he was feeling pretty good and felt more recovered from last week's contest than he would have expected. Didn't seem to think this short week was going to affect him much as he chases a big performance here in prime time. Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello in a big way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
He'll look to throw. Got him in. It's Brown. Now inside the 25. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced to punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides played at optimum level.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. He finds his man complete. That's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Dotson in motion right. And he'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Now a 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels going to the right here and finding Burks. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Off the play fake, Daniels. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. You look at this Eagle defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
To the air goes Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. A gain of 3, 2nd down. $14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Washington with the football here to begin quarter number 2. They'll come up 2nd and 7 as they've got it as we resume action. To throw is Daniels. Oh, good move. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And they'll use him out of the backfield and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Throwing now is Daniels. Throwing the out route, and Crowder makes the catch. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 2nd down and a yard. Here's Daniels. Over the middle into the hands of Burks. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Now Daniels. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
A first down carry for Barkley. Michael Walker there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. His fifth catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. They'll drop to throw. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his third rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. CD, that's his second touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple. Play action, now it's Daniels. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Daniels looking to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Daniels from the gun on third down. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels.
Quick slant, Dotson. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20, Jahan Dotson.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson.
79 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 21-17.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Hurts. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5. Here's Hurts to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes out right around the 39. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
Now 2nd and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt to kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He will find Smith in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass, and the Eagles go up by 2 touchdowns. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Throwing to start the drive. Daniels. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Daniels. He's got Brown on the out route complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football.
Back to throw. Daniels on the screen. This is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Now it's the backup Mariota. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it.
Now the Commanders going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw again. Mariota.
That pass taken in by Burks.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Here's Mariota.
Over the middle, brought in by Dotson.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. In the early window on Sunday, one of the best happens up in Pittsburgh. A big one for the Steelers, as they'll take on the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Finally, on Monday Night Football, the showdown in the Lone Star State. Texans and Cowboys from AT&T Stadium. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. The Eagles offense and Jalen Hurts ready to take over once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got down it. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. A call on luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understands.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
Jahan Dotson and the Commanders set to take over.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Running on first down, Eckler. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw is Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
2nd and 11 at the 41.
Now Mariota. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
Reed Blankenship
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Ertz over the middle. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a bit of a daunting task here for this offense as they'll start out at the 1-yard line.
I guess you could easily say there's a whole lot of real estate in front of them if they want to achieve their goal, which is get to the other end zone.
And 99 yards to go if they want to do just that.
46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed up against their own goal line, but when they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 42.
Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Gainwell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And now a pause because we got A.J. Brown dinged up on that last play, and they're going to have to get some medical attention to him. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw. Gets this to Campbell out on the right side. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Second down from the 8. They can get a first down by reaching the 5.
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
That's another Eagles first down.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
They'll look to throw here toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Barkley, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This has not been a fun game for this defense. They've definitely had their share of struggles, but they needed to make a play right there, and they finally get it done on 3rd and goal.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal.
From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And the Washington offense heading out. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's the Commanders in possession of the football, but they trail as we start this 4th quarter.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack.
Jalen Carter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him.
Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
Eckler now between the tackles as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. They go play action. Mariota.
Got a man. It's Rodriguez. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Rodriguez.
39 yards.
And the Commanders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this is now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. But, Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Washington on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7.
They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now a 2nd and 2.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 38-yard line. Brown the motion man right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep as they'll go instead with Barkley.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 7.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Hurts. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
Eagles, first down. First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
So Washington now with an important 2-point conversion attempt.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This crowd, boy, in a state of shock. What was once safely in hand is now a tie game as the kick is away here. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the 4th quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
Oh, what a move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Throwing is Hurts. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So out comes Washington's offense to take over. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options and throws it away. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You have to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
And a throw there going to be incomplete. Well, that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Just over 50 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10.
Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
What a kickoff to the week this has been. Now a big play. It's 3rd down. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now back to throw. He's got Smith here.
What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That is caught.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Shrugs him off.
And he carries this one past the midfield stripe and into Commander territory. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Now Hurts on the option right. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. And this one complete to Smith. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
This is Smith with the ground.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 33.
21 yards there on third down.
Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. Second and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
He'll look to throw.
Near the sideline, Smith making the grab.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Complete to Devontae Smith.
Hurts going to run it himself.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
A couple more minutes and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out on the comeback, so it falls short, and they hold on to win this by just one possession.
Not the fourth quarter they wanted, but they did earn the win, and they'll be happy about that, and they should be. Now they're going to go back to practice, see what they can do to prevent a future lead from slipping away like this one was.
So for the Eagles, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.